This is your uncle. Can you see the resemblance? He invents things, and sometimes his inventions work too well. Now he's trapped in another dimension. Wait, what? Time to save him from his own brilliance. Quantum Conundrum, coming to your dimension in early 2000.
Hello. This is Wagnard, and I am back with Quantum Conundrum. And first of all, I want to get this out of the way. If this game seems similar to Portal or Portal 2, it's because the lead designer, Kim Swift, was actually the lead designer for Portal and Portal 2. So we're dealing with the same person leading the team to make this game, so all the gameplays and aspect of the game might be similar. It's not exactly, but it might be similar. And since they're dealing with puzzles, they're dealing with first person, and yeah. But if you did like Portal, which a lot of people love, you might actually love this game also. And let's talk about the date for a second. It actually comes out early 2012, so it's not 2011, and it's not going to be over the summer of 2012, but early 2012, probably January, February, or March. So you can expect it on this date, and we might get a release date in probably October or later on. But for right now, all we have is that the game is coming out early 2012. And this game you can buy for the three most popular systems, which are the Xbox, but you can buy it on Xbox Live. For the PlayStation 3, you can buy it off the network, and Windows, the PC. And that's, I've been talking about that for a long time. It's becoming the three most popular systems that they use. They're not using the PS2, they're not using the Xbox, and the Wii. But this game does not come out for the Wii. Well, I want to talk about the plot, but I don't want to give away too much since it'll be a spoiler. Well, basically, you're this kid, this 12-year-old kid that's being dropped off by your mom and dad to your uncle's house, since your mom and dad want to, I guess, enjoy the weekend. So they drop you off at your uncle's house, and then you go in, and then as soon as you come in, you find out there's an explosion, and then the professor goes disappearing. So you're basically in the house by yourself now, and you got to go look for him. And throughout the game, you have to go from place to place, solving puzzles to make it from one room to another, to try to find it. And one thing that's similar to Portal is the IDS, which is the portal gun and Portal. But in this game, basically they created a device called the IDS, the Interdimensional Shift Device, and it basically takes you to different dimension. So, and a click on a button, you press R2 or X or something like that, it can take you to 5 dimensions, and 4 of them I'm going to tell you right now, but the last one is actually a secret. The first one is fluffy, which makes everything that's in the room lighter. So basically, my computer right now would weigh about 1 pound. The second one is slow dimension, slows things down to about 10 times slower. So if I threw let's see, what's one? Like if I threw my cell phone across the room, I could actually slow down time so I could go catch it and play catch with myself, which is kind of lonely. Whatever. But alright, the third one is I forgot the exact name of it, but is reverse dimension, which basically means that, in Earth everything goes down, but in reverse everything goes up. And the fourth one, I forgot what the fourth one is, but I will reveal it, and if I do make a gameplay video of it. And basically, the last one is a secret no one knows until later, probably until the game come out. So, a few things to know about this game is it's similar to Portal. It's coming out on early 2012. It's a first-person action game with a lot of puzzles. So if you do like puzzles and you do like walking around in the map and solving it and feeling smart after you finish one of them, you will love this game. So I give my shout out to this game and a shout out to all you guys watching my videos. Make sure you leave a like only if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more, since I'm going to be posting out more gameplays, more videos, and keeping you updated on all the new games coming out for 2012 and early 2011. Alright, have a good one.
Alright, that is death. Probably bad times. But he needs to get across that gap. So let's get a couple of saves here. And in the full game, Dolly actually throws up more than just safes, but for the purpose of this demo, a nice square object works pretty nicely. Sometimes she'll throw up an entire living room set all laid out nicely. Okay. We have Fluffy and slow motion dimension in here, so if you go ahead and chuck that and switch to slow-mo, I don't know about you, but to me, that looks like a platform. So what he can do is toss it, switch to slow-mo, use that ramp to jump on top of the safe, and ride it across the other side using the safe as an intermediary platform. Okay, what do we got down here? Also death. And that gap looked a little too big to throw, so let's see what happens with Dolly. So sometimes Dolly malfunctions a little bit. A lot of times it's actually in your favor. So using slow motion dimension, he can then turn that stack of safes into a dynamic bridge, so that way he can cross the gap. Nice. Okay, so down at the bottom of that room there, you can see there's a safe on a switch, and if he presses reverse gravity, he can then toggle on and off sets of lasers. Or switch to Fluffy and just kind of bypass all that. It's much quieter that way. So we call this particular map basketball. And he's going to need to get an object in each one of those 3 vats there to power the door. It's on the left-hand side of the room. So let's Dolly to vomit for us and grab that safe and go ahead and hoop it in that first one. Nicely done. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Throw it in the second one. Okay, so even with Fluffy Dimension, he's still not quite strong enough to throw that safe all the way to that second vat. So what he can do is actually sustain the momentum from his throw in Fluffy by toggling back and forth between reverse gravity and normal, and he'll kind of sine wave float it across the room. Like that. Yay! Okay, final one. Awesome. So our paintings shift in Quantum Conundrum. This is the professor in normal. This is him in Fluffy in that painting, and him in reverse gravity, and him in slow motion dimension. So we couldn't really come up with a good gag to show a passage of time, other than, well, things move really slowly in slow-mo, and so he's getting impatient and checking his watch. This is Ike, which stands for Interdimensional Kinetic Entity, and he is Professor Quadrangle's lab assistant / pet. He followed Professor Quadrangle home one day through his interdimensional travels, and his interesting ability is that he can see in multiple dimensions at one time. It's left him a little unhinged, as you can see in his eyes. It's a little not quite right. He also has a pretty ravenous appetite and will kind of wander around the house eating random stuff like chairs and tables, or in this case, a balloon. And this is him and Fluffy. Him in reverse gravity. And finally, him in slow motion dimension, also checking his watch. And here's Widget the Third again, with his pet fish, Gidget. He doesn't know any better. They should probably eat the fish, so instead Gidget is his pet. So this is them in Fluffy. And this is him in reverse gravity. And finally in slow motion dimension. And even the fish has a tiny little fish watch.